everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors. George Foreman's unpredictability belies his ring walk focus. He is ready for action. He's making his way to the ring now, and he looks very focused for this fight.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules for this and touch on.
So we are underway here. Round one, scheduled for 12. Teddy, what role can the fans play on the fighters, the atmosphere of the arena, when they know there's two guys meeting up that can bang?
An immature fighter, a less experienced fighter, can get caught up. He can try to satisfy the audience. That's a quick way to be going to the shower earlier than you wanted to.
Foreman's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Blocks away that headshot. And there he counters back against his opponent. George Foreman blocks that punch. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Lands the counter. There are different kinds of power punchers, Teddy. Some are sharp and accurate, some are thudding and impactful. Where does George Foreman lie on that scale?
A bludgeoning type puncher, a guy that you have a headache for about a week. He hits you with such stunning punches that it starts to just break you down as time goes on. But either way, he intimidates you.
Wow! George Foreman stunned and he is hurt. That's just like a little love shove right there. Just a little love shove to give yourself some room. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by bad intentions. Good work with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Get in there. Let's go. In and out.
Last 10 seconds. Gets rid of that body shot. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a nonstop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Holy cow. Good counter punch by George Foreman. movement to get away from those punches. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Halfway through round number 2. Wow, is he defensively sound.
Eddie, if you could only pick out a few characteristics for a fighter and apply them to them, what would they be?
Well, I think first of all would be the ability to overcome and the ability to be dependable. Everyone looks at the neon things, the speed, the power, they're tangible. We feel comfortable with those things. We can grab onto those things. But what about the talent of somebody being able to make a choice, a hard choice, in a very dark place?
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Able to show you his blocking ability. 10 clicks of the talk. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fighter, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand.
Keep working the body.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. You think back to George Foreman and his early days, and I think one of the visions that most fans remember is holding that tiny little American flag in the Mexico City Olympic Games in 1968 after claiming gold.
You know, that's an interesting point because Foreman's not known as a guy with great personality. You know, he's a guy who's a disdainful-looking guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of reminds you almost of a Sonny Liston. He tries to intimidate you. He does intimidate you with his power, with his size. But at that moment, he showed that he has personality, that it's inside.
There he goes! He goes down from that headshot. Foreman is rising up after being knocked down. Big George went down. Now he's going to continue on.
And now he has to find a way to kill that clock.
Blocks away that headshot. 10 seconds remaining in this round. End of the round. A round in which a knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, if you're the trainer in the corner of the guy scoring the knockdown, what are some of the things you want to remind him of?
You want to remind him how he got there, because a lot of times it's the tendency to just remember the punch that put him there. He dressed him up. He set that punch up. Don't think about just the punch that landed. Think about the setup punches.
On the mark with the combination by bad intentions. George Foreman, of course, took part in one of the most famous fights of all time, the Rumble in the Jungle. What could he have done differently to have changed that outcome?
Nothing. Ali got into his head. That Ali made him believe that he could not beat him. That Ali made him believe that he had to submit. Because for years after that, days and hours and years, he had to deal with the knowledge that he gave in to a guy who was more together mentally than he was.
And there he counters back against his opponent. Foreman dismisses that with a block.
Finish with the whoop. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time? Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid this opponent like the Black Plague.
Gets rid of that effort. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. George Foreman blocks that punch. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Protecting his head well with his guard. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner, the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
A nice block by Bad Intentions. Good way to protect the midsection. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. George Foreman is probably wondering what went wrong here. One simple knockdown, and his entire disposition has changed.
You know, it's funny you use that word disposition because that's what it's connected to right now. It's not so physical. It's more mental. He remembers the physical pain, but his personality is the personality anyway of a guy who's a little careful. Now he's like a recluse. You know, he's like a hermit. He's in a cave.
Some fine fundamentals. Good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. There it is! George Foreman stunned and staggered. Blocks that belt line well. Lands the counter. Foreman's basically doing exactly what we've always seen out of him, and that's after he's been knocked down and affected in this fight.
Yeah, you know, there comes a time you have to make adjustments. That time has come for him.
Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Fight is over. A knockout. Unable to beat the count of 10. For the official word, let's send it up to the ring. your winner by knockout.
Everybody but his opponent is happy now. That was an entertaining fight.
Thanks for being with us.